Hello everyone, this is the Crimson Cure, welcoming you to the Crimson Tower, a place where we keep a feminine foot on the neck of the gynocracy, feminism, and black male misandry. So go ahead, pull up a chair, stay a while, and listen.
This is A-Game, an all-natural herbal dietary supplement formulated exclusively for men. Our proprietary blend was designed with one goal in mind: to improve your overall health, rejuvenating your vitality, energy, strength, and libido. Want to be at your peak performance in everything you do? Then bring your A-Game. Fast-acting, long-lasting, with no side effects.
Oh my God.
Hello there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I am, of course, your host, the Crimson Cure. And as usual, we're just going to jump right into the topic. Okay, so I keep on saying, I'm not going to come back to the Ma'khia story. Listen, if these people going to keep on doing this type of stuff, I got to come back. And the reason why I have to come back to it is because as the example is going on, I have to be able to show ladies the problems. Okay? As you can see from the title, I'm not here for Ma'khia's mom. Okay, I'm not here for her. Now, they did not an interview, but they made a statement, okay, along with the lawyer that they have hired in order to help them to sue, I guess, the city or the police department for the death of Ma'khia Bryant. And I'm just not here for it. She's standing up there crying, but I ain't see no tears. How you crying, but your face dry? How you breaking down, but you ain't got no tears? See, I can't sit here knowing the dynamics of what go on in the hood in these households, because I grew up in them kind of households. I grew up along with a lot of other Black children, grew up in dysfunctional homes where all manner of things was going on that was traumatizing the kids and setting them up for failure. Now, I am going to play, it is about a 3.5 minute video. And I'm going to play this video for you guys, okay? And then I'm going to come back with some commentary. So let's go ahead. Let me share my screen. And okay, we're just going to share the screen right here. And we're going to let it play.
Thank you all for being here. My name is Michelle Martin of the Martin Law Firm. I'm here today representing the family of Ma'khia Bryant. She was a 16-year-old vibrant, lovely girl whose life was cut short by many of our failing systems. I'm here with the family to be a voice for Ma'khia, for Janiyah, for Azaria, for their siblings, and for their family. This injury goes deep. This is a deep-seated issue that has boiled over into a vile result, a tragedy that took place on April the 20th. We are here and we're going to investigate every agency that had a time and an opportunity to prevent Ma'khia's death. I stand here with her family, committed to getting answers. We'll be calling for a couple federal investigations. One being from the Health and Human Services, asking that we look into Ohio's foster care system, starting here in Franklin County. We're also going to be calling for a Department of Justice investigation into the shooting. And we're still investigating who else could be at fault, because this can't happen again. I've served as guardian ad litem for over 200 children over the past decade. I've seen the pain in their eyes far too often. And we need to protect and cherish all of our children, especially those in distress who need us the most. And so we will push for those investigations beyond the shooting. All systems failed her. Now the family is here in pain. Today, we're we're going to talk about that pain. We have to protect our youth, Ohio. If we sweep this under the rug without answering to Ma'khia's pain, then we fail her again. I hear the anger of those who want to make the counter argument of what happened in that moment. But if you aren't angry about why this happened, if you're not angry about why this continues to happen, then you are truly the problem. We have to protect our children. They are our core. We have to do more. Ma'khia deserves more. Ma'khia Bryant deserves justice. I would like for you to hear from her mother and a couple of her family members as to their pain. This is Ma'khia's mother, and she's going to talk to you just a bit.
Hello, my name is Paula Bryant. I'm Ma'khia's mom, and I want the world to know my baby was an innocent, talented, bubbly, loving teenager. She never should have been gone off this world. She had a full life ahead of her that ended in a tragedy. I love my baby. She was a good little girl. She was very sweet and caring and loving. She was a Christian. And she didn't deserve this. It hurts me so bad. Words can't even explain how I feel right now that I had to bury my beautiful daughter.
The clip of her actually ticked me off for personal reasons. Because I know women like her that get in front of people and cap about how much they love their kids. Those of you who are regulars on my channel, you know why, or you can figure why that would tick me off. Because I've experienced that. Being under an abusive parent, an abusive mother, and then when people come around, she act like she love you. She hug and kiss all on you. And it's so weird as a kid. It's like, you don't like me though. You do stuff to me. You hurt me. Then you get around other people and act like you love me. Come on. Knock it off. You didn't want to say that as a little kid. Knock it off. You know what I'm saying? She needs to knock it off. Ma'khia, listen. Ma'khia might not have been just a bad girl. Because typically that's not why children get removed and put into foster care. They usually get removed and put into foster care when they have bad mothers and bad fathers and bad family situations. Somebody calls the DCFS and gets them involved, and then they'll go ahead and remove the children from the house, either a couple of the children or all the children, depending on what's going on. And they removed, at minimum, as far as I know, it was Ma'khia, and I suspect the little girl that was standing over to the side is Janiyah. I suspect, because she looked just like Ma'khia, just a dark-skinned version of her, just standing up there, cute little girls, but damaged little girls, and they didn't put that damage on themselves. Not their fault. The reason why her standing up there fake crying ticked me off is because if you cared, you would have, if she was such a good girl and a sweet girl and a bubbly girl, which she probably was, why didn't you have her? Why wasn't you raising her? Why didn't you do right by her and her siblings? Why you not doing right by them? They still ain't gave you them kids back. They got taken from you for a reason, whatever that reason is. But we can kind of, listen, we can kind of put two and two together, can't we, and come up both? Because they don't usually step in if it's not an abuse situation going on, neglect going on. DCFS will remove children for abuses, whether that is physical, sexual, whatever, for extreme neglect. They'll remove kids if the parents live in squalor and all of that type of stuff. They come in there, it's filthy, there's no food, there's no, you know what I'm saying, basic amenities, heat and, you know, lights and stuff like that. Like those types of things, DCFS will come remove your kids. Okay? The lawyer standing up there talking about we going to investigate all of the systems that failed her. The first system that failed her was her family system. That was the first system that failed that girl. Okay? That was the first system that failed her. And it was just a domino effect after that. Why was Ma'khia so angry? Why was Janiyah so angry? And reason why I say that they were angry is because if you look back on the video I did before, when they were playing the calls that Janiyah was making to the police, this was prior to the incident involving Ma'khia. One of the times she said, I was fighting with my sister and I want to leave the foster home. So they didn't really get along. But these are children in pain. That girl was angry, angry enough to fight two women and try to knife one. That's anger. And not necessarily even anger that stemmed from maybe the incident that caused the fight, but anger that was coming from, I'm just mad. I'm mad I'm in this situation. I'm mad that I'm not having a normal life. I'm mad that I'm not having a good life. I'm mad that I'm in a foster care home. Why come I can't go home or at least go to a family member's home, somebody I'm used to? I'm mad because of whatever I was going through that put me in this foster care. We don't know if somebody was touching her. We don't know if somebody was doing any other type of abuse to her. They're not going to say that. But I would love to see what the reasons were according to the paperwork, according to the state, as to why Ma'khia and her siblings were removed from her home in the first place. Because Janiyah had been in that foster home, they said, for a year. At least in that foster home. We don't know how long she was in the system. So your kids is in the system, ma'am. And you want to turn to the state for answers? You need to look in the mirror for answers. That's why it ticked me off so bad. Because there's no accountability being taken by the family. None. I have not heard one of them take responsibility and say, we failed her. She shouldn't have even been in a foster care home to be fighting nobody to get shot. She shouldn't even been doing that. And it's on us. We're going to have to take that. We're going to have to take this L for her. They trying so hard to make the state be the big bad guy. But I just don't see it that way. I see her family as the bad guy. I see her family as the culprit and the reason why Ma'khia was there. She didn't put herself there. She didn't fail herself. She was still a minor. We ain't talking about a 20-some, 30-some-year-old woman. We talking about a minor who is not responsible for her family value or her dwelling value. She's not responsible for these things yet. Her family, her mother, her father was responsible for giving her a good value system. And they didn't do that. And it unfortunately ended in her life being taken in an unfortunate situation. The man that was next to her mother was the guy in the video that was kicking women. You kicking and helping her fight instead of stopping her from fighting and imposing some type of order on a completely chaotic situation. You're useless. Okay? Useless. And you're going to stand up there if you finish watching the dash cam video, that's just a kid after she was shot. That's a kid, man. Well, if it was a kid, why wasn't you controlling her? Why weren't, if you were there, if you were physically there as the altercation began or in the middle of it, why didn't you de-escalate her? Grab her if you have to. Hey, Ma'khia. No. We're going to have to calm down. Y'all go. Y'all leave. Leave. Ma'khia. No, we can't. We're not doing this. She'll calm down eventually. Especially if you make the two that she was arguing with leave. Y'all got to go. And then you don't call the Romans to come sort it out. You sort it out. But that just shows me a little snippet of the dysfunction. You were helping her fight rather than de-escalating her from a fight. Because if she had stabbed that girl, the police was going to shoot her anyway. So that situation could not have ended well either way. It wasn't going to end well for nobody because what happened. She wasn't able to stab that girl, but she died. But if she had stabbed that girl, what if two girls was dead? Then that girl's family would have been mourning. And nobody wants to look at the alternative. Not a lot of good outcomes, not a lot of good choices. I haven't been able to think of one good outcome for this after the police are called and after they arrive. I can't think of one. The only one that keeps Ma'khia alive is, let's say she didn't have the knife and he didn't shoot her and then he arrests her and put her in juvie. But then what goes on in the juvenile detention centers? That's just more trauma. That's just more problems. Just shuffling her through the system instead of addressing her pain and addressing what's going on with her so that she don't have these angry outbursts, so that she don't get so, she was seeing red. I know she was. I've been in that position before. Ma'khia wasn't even thinking. She wasn't even thinking. She was just seeing red. That's all she saw. And as the man, that's everybody keeps saying is her father, you didn't impose no order on her. She's seeing red. She ain't about to listen to nothing. You can't talk her down. You got to get her. You got to get her. You got to physically get her. Instead, you was helping her fight. This ticked me off. Her standing up there crying, acting like she's been a good mother. You did not provide a good family and household dwelling place for your children to be at rest and at peace in. So what were you doing? I need somebody to investigate that. All them family members standing up there, because the other older lady was a grandmama. All them family members standing up there, and now one of y'all could took them girls. Now one of y'all home was good enough for them girls to go to so they can be at some type of peace and get some type of help and just try to be better, try to get over whatever was going on so they can be functional women. The other little girl, she gonna end up in some type of crazy situation if somebody don't get her, because her family can't be relied on. Can't rely on her family to do nothing but get her in trouble. They already got in the system. You can see that she's kind of a withdrawn girl. She wasn't even comfortable up there. Unfortunately, having grown up in dysfunctional situations and had friends whose homes was just as bad as mine, I know the look on the girl face. She was uncomfortable because she was even standing on the other side. She not comfortable with them. She know them. Yeah, she know that's her mama and all that kind of stuff, but she ain't comfortable with them. She wasn't comfortable up there. Them girls be having anger issues. They be having self-image issues. They be having self-esteem issues. They be having just issues. And she was just uncomfortable. being in front and all of that. Who's gonna help her? Not, who gonna talk to her? Her sister dead. Who gonna talk to her? Who gonna get her? Is anybody putting her in counseling to help her get over that? To help her process that? Who is helping these kids? Nobody, not even their mama. And y'all want to sit around and talk about being mamas and it's so hard. You ain't taking care of them. It ain't hard. It ain't hard when the state got them. Like, share, and subscribe. Sound off in the comment section for me. I'm going to end this off and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, Crimsonites. Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.